In the morning these days, I really into Greek yogurt and no fat is the great. Oh yeah, this is no fat yogurt from Costco. Price is so good and I like it. And I just use same cup. Oh, I wash it, but this is half cup. I probably am gonna use 1 cup. Who knows? This is the second cup, so it's 1 cup of Greek yogurt, no fat, and proteins. High protein is less fat because milk is pretty much fat. Like a 48%, half is fat. That's why whole milk, if you are non-fat, is of course less calorie because of fat is the most caloric dense food. And then carb and protein are almost same, not exactly same, but carb and proteins 1 gram to 4 calories. This is about roughly, and fat is a 1 gram is 9 calories, so it's pretty high. And this is no fat. It's really a lot of. And then most of the time I don't eat that much. Like I didn't mean to, but I just wanted to do for 1 cup, and I'm going to add some of the fruits and a maple syrup, and that's all about it. And as a mother, we eat whatever the leftover. Family doesn't eat it, I eat it. So it's not like oh, kiwi is the best and berry is the best. Of course, berry is better because of calorically much less and tasty for me. But I don't know about you, but in my case, I eat whatever the leftover that my daughter or my husband doesn't eat because I don't want to go for food waste, and I try my best. This is about it. And then I'm gonna go to pour more stuff. I poured back half cup. That was a lot of yogurt. It was too much for me. And then if you could count calories with by gram or ounce or whatever, down cup is more accurate for sure. But my case is not about like accuracy. It's about roughly how much I'm eating, and then also I try to be as easy as possible. But try not to be 1 cup and whole of it in a 1 cup. Don't do that. So try to scoop it out with a 1 cup. And then I want to be easy. And then most of the time I put other fresh fruits, but my daughter ate it all, and I just wanted to be whatever that I have to eat myself. That try not to have. She didn't like the frozen stuff, so I'll try to finish it up. And the maple syrup is also pretty sugar, and then try to add it a little bit. And I like lavender flavor. I added it also with the flavor chamomile. And then this is sunflower nuts. Nuts is really good resource of fat. I recommend. I want to add something else, but sunflower seed that my daughter didn't like, so I tried to finish it up. Whatever I'm going to finish is family doesn't eat. Mom duty. This is my breakfast bowl. And I'll kind of curry with green drinks and then whole milk and tea, hot tea with my whatever the leftover going on. And total calorie my breakfast is 255. And sadly, I thought I was doing good. I think the reason is a half cup of yogurt. I put it back because I thought it too much, and ended up my carb is 63%, fat is 25, and protein is only 12% because I put it back the yogurt. But Papa. That's good to know. So next time I'm going to add it. That's one thing I like about counting calories. It made me realize it made me realize how much I was lack of protein in the morning, which is increase the hunger, increase the hunger, and then when you don't have enough protein, and each meal is a proper balanced nutrition meal, you tend to crave something that try to increase the appetite and then try to have a different type of food, try to intake in order to cover, in my case, it's protein because my protein is just only 12%. That's good to know. So next time I'm going to do 1 cup. I try to add yogurt more than I used to and then try to balance it out. That's really good to know. Since my calories that is 255, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get hungry easily and faster than usual. But that's happened to me because I tend to have breakfast later, like more of like a brunch, because breakfast, morning is so busy to me in my life. Yeah, this is 255, is much low calorie. But I'm gonna get hungry probably within 2 hours, I believe, because this is not enough. Fat keeps me full for a long time, so fat is, I don't recommend saying cut the fat and try to eat really less low fat. Try to have a good fat, quality fat, and this is a quality fat of sunflower seed, and that's great. And then definitely protein that I didn't know about. So I'm gonna see how it goes. My daughter, my day today is a Sunday, so really busy day for us. It's really slow start, but we're going to have a good time. Mom and daughter day. I'm so excited. So try to finish it up and have a good time with my daughter. But probably gonna get hungry much faster than I expected. Yeah, 255, so low. This is our lunch. Oh, it's really late. And this is rice that I always weighted it as 110 gram of rice. Actually, on diet, 100 gram of rice is ideal, but this is what I have right now. I always pre-made because easier. Wow! And then this is sable fish. Sable fish is protein is 28% and fat is 72%. If so my protein is 105 and the fat is 105 calories each. So total is 210. I believe. So total is 210. If so, this is really high fat, which is good because I rather take those type of fat than just olive oil or any like a cooking oil. So in order to be 210 calories is 84 grams, and this is 84. It's pretty small, but this is like high fat, which also I like fatty fish. It's about like my hand size. Always I think of protein is if really fatty like meat, chicken thigh or like a pork belly, like I think of like a by hand. And because counting calories, not only the gram and then that much, is more of you have to figure out how much the right portion for you. And in my case, if fatty like a meat and then poultry, I think of like around like this size for me. And then lean protein like a chicken breast or pork loin, depend on the loin as well. And then fish is a red snapper or any like a seafood, shrimp, also really high protein, low fat. Then I think of like my hand size. And this is 84 grams, and then I'm gonna add more of vegetable, and which gonna be my daughter's leftover. I'm just gonna eat. And then I made a miso soup, and I just have to make on, but I'm just so lazy. I just instant, and that's the best. And I tend to have side dishes ready, always like a 2 to 3, but this time I have a 4, and some of them my family doesn't want to finish, so I'll have to finish. Whatever going back first, I'm gonna eat first and leftover. This is my lunch, and then this is, hopefully it doesn't play. The protein and fat is really high fat, and then my carbs, and then other carb is my vegetable. It's really good size. And then total of calories is 427. I think just 7 calories off. I think mine's a 420 per meal, I believe. I have to check it out. But and including the soup, then the total 427. if you add all the side dishes that you use like other vegetable oil, if so, it's going to add up. The oil is the one that add up so much. So personally, like on all the side dishes, I don't use any oils at all, because my husband also, he has his own fat percentile that he want to achieve, and then my case as well. So all the side dishes that whole family we share, I don't add. If you want to add it more, like a cheese or any like a spicy sauce, like a spicy oil, then you can add your own. That's our family's rule. Everybody has everything different diet, and I respect that. And then this works for us. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 side dishes I have. And if you have a seasoning anything oil, yes, I do add it, but this case I do not add any oil except the sable fish or natural fat fish oil. Yes. And then only seasoning that I think of is eggplant. Eggplant has, I added a little bit different type of like a black pepper garlic sauce. I think contains some of the fat, but just little portion. I don't care either. I don't count it that much. I don't add that much sugar. I add a little bit sprinkle around like a natural sugar, but not that much anyway. So seasoning is pretty plain, and the calorie for that portion, great for bon appetit. So last year for the vegetable, I counted calories as like 80 to 100 calories because of every single meal. I want to have a huge gigantic bowl. This time, I think since like the habit of the way I used to eat and the way I do right now has been changed. I don't need a huge bowl of salad that much anymore, because last year when I lost 30 pounds, I definitely need to cover the diet with huge salad in order to fill me up a sustainable like a diet, because I don't want to be hungry and then irritated and then not gonna work. So I have to fill myself up. This time I don't feel that way. So I'm going to recalculate the carbs, because I have my carbs and then minus whatever the vegetable, but this time 110 gram of rice, and the vegetable wasn't too much, and I don't need a huge salad. So I think 110 gram of carb is rice is great so far. Yes, I am like a 600 something calories, and I'm not that hungry. So I am going to have a chicken breast that my husband made, and some carbs. I don't want to have vegetable. So what do you think, honey? I have to carve out 600 calories?
I think you shouldn't eat.
Exactly. I agree. So listening my body, I'm not hungry today, because the reason is I ate so much yesterday.
And we've been eating a lot.
We've been eating a lot, so it just like I'm
only 1,600 calories.
So, I'm going to eat what I feel, and but try to eat protein, because protein is really low today. So I'm going to eat protein. The fat is higher because of the fish, and then carbs, and then protein. Yeah. So this is a frozen rice that I'm going to use. So I'm not too hungry today, so I'm not going to eat too much. I really don't feel eating it. I probably have to consume 600 calories, but I really not hungry at all. I'm not. So I'm going to eat chicken breast that my husband made, and then rice. And then this is we just got from yesterday from the Japanese grocery store. I don't count this is as calorie, because just I don't eat that much anyway. And that's about it. Today's total calories is 923 calories. I seriously didn't mean to do, and I strongly not recommend to do less than 1200 calories per day. I really do not recommend, unless that's how you feel. Seriously, like listen your body first. Yesterday we went out to grocery shopping, Japanese grocery shopping. We ate, I don't know, 4 or 5. I ate my husband some of the donuts, and then 4 tray of sushi, and 2 rice bowls, and then other snacks. and sweets. And I don't know, definitely I ate so much. That's the reason I wasn't hungry today. Sometimes I get hungry next day too, sometimes not, depends. But I talked to my husband, same thing. Yes, definitely I have to cover 200 to 300 calories, like a 250, because other seasonings and a little sauce on the top, probably like maybe 30 calories or 40 calories. I don't use like oil that much, so if I use anything oil, I count it because oils really adds up. Even 1 tablespoon is just 1 tablespoon, 100 calories anyway. So if you use oil, I recommend to add up. It's little seasonings, like I use different things, or little vegetable that doesn't use any oil, just pickles. I don't count, just literally like a 5 or 8 calories. I don't care that much. Yeah, I ate too much yesterday. I think that's the reason I wasn't hungry today. I'm not sure, but I do not recommend under 1200 calorie that. But I just listen my body. I don't want to shove myself into the gut until I don't feel good. I want to sleep really good quality sleep. I don't want to be too full either. That was a good because of more lunch. I had a really fatty fish, and then I wanted to balance it out, fat and protein, so I added it chicken breast and then no oil, anything at all. This is sous vide, that's what they call. My husband makes excellent all the time. So this is it for my day of eating.